Hi, Sherry. So very beautiful horse, looks well put together and all of that. His left front wings out a little bit, which I'll show you. And then he does have long feet. He has long toes. Okay, see his left front winging? So it's not a big deal. It's just something to be aware of. But it's just on his left front. And gait-wise, I'm going to scroll back. He was doing pretty good. He's, I don't know what breed he is, but he was doing a saddle gait. So here he was doing a saddle gait. Watch, it gets bouncy. That's because he hits a pace and then he goes into a canter. And the canter looks pretty good. So he doesn't look like a very speedy horse. I'm going to pause it once he gets up here. He does have long feet. So see that foot? That's pretty long. He's long in the front. He's a little long in the back too, but that might be helping his gait. So that's something you just want to be aware of. If you're going to have him go barefoot or something like that, that might change his gait. So here, as he's gaiting, that's my dog growling. So then you can see that left front winging a lot more. It just kind of, you know, circles out to the side. Otherwise, conformation-wise, like his legs and everything look pretty good. You know, I always check because we don't want them dropping down too far in their pasterns. So here he's got a head shake, but he also has a little bit, see his head coming up? And then it kind of stops, you know, so that could be a lameness thing there. I'm going to slow it down a little bit so we can see it a little bit better in a minute. But gait-wise, he's gaiting nice. And, you know, he's just... So I slowed it down just so you can see his head come up. So it's up right there, and it comes back down. Now he throws it up again. So the horses kind of throw their head up on the front end when they're going on a sore foot. So to me, he looks like he's sore on his right front. But he does have some sores on his knee that I mentioned down later, so it's possibly that it's coming from that. So that's not just a regular head shake. He does have some kind of soreness going on there. Okay, I slowed it down. It looks like it's his right front, but I'll send you that video. He does a flat walk. He does a running walk. He's very nicely gaited. It looks like his shoes have a little bit of heels on them. Sometimes they do that. But he's shaking his head, he's flopping his ears, his legs are separated well. The only concerning thing was that little hop, see that? And sometimes that's if the horse is trying to change gait or if they're on the trotty side, sometimes they'll do that. But his is a little bit different. So let me watch this and then I'll record. So I'm being picky here because I'm watching his right leg, but it almost looks like this knee is hyperextending a little bit. So watch it. Which means it's going back a little bit. And maybe that's why he was throwing his head up. He's not throwing his head there. He looks fine. And I don't know if these horses have vet checks on them, so you just want to check the vet check. Does it say he's winging? Does there say, you know, there are any signs of lameness, which I doubt it. If it's an auction, they won't have it on it. But I'm going to try and blow up his knees so I can see them better. Okay, I'm not sure what this is, but he has something on both knees, right there and right there. You can see it, but again, I don't know what that is. And you can see it here too. So see this? I'm not sure what's going on there. And there you can see it again. So hard to tell. If you could get pictures of his knees, you know, good photos, then that would help for us to figure out what this is. And now I'm just being picky because you're paying me for an evaluation, but he looks a little cow-hocked back here, which many gaited horses are. So see, his hocks are coming closer together. He's good with cows though. So here you can see his front legs a little bit better. So with the right, he wings just a little. To the left, he wings more. So the winging is that part that's coming where his foot's kind of swinging out. And I was looking closer at his knees. I think he might have fell because it kind of looks like his knees had a cut on him when I blew it up. They did show a little canter in that video. His canter was very nice. And again, he's mostly doing a flat walk and a running walk. I haven't seen him go very fast, so this might be his top speed, because the only time I saw him speed up, he paced and then they pushed him into the canter. So I don't know how fast you want to go. I'm going to show you the downhill. So he did have a little bit of issue going down the hill a little bit. His back end's kind of swinging out. So you'll see it in a second. So right about there. And then once he comes around here, see, he kind of goes sideways a little bit. And again, I'm being picky. So, you know, maybe he's not used to it and they're just showing him on it. And so his back end's sliding a little bit. He did good through the water, the cows. Again, it's a nice looking horse. It's very pretty. Okay, this is the hard part to tell. You know, I can't tell if it's the footing and where they have him, but you'll see he has another issue coming down the hill again. So watch his back end, because we're always looking for their stifles. You know, he just doesn't look super comfortable coming down that hill. Right there, he looked a little bit funny. But then he's back to normal again. Okay, so here he's coming up the hill, and you'll see, if I can find the clicker part, this is the fastest speed I see him go. So you just have to be okay with that speed. Then he goes into a canter. He has a nice canter. Both times they've only showed him on his left lead, so he might only be able to canter on one lead. But anytime they've gone faster, he's in that canter. So again, if you're looking for a horse that does a saddle gait or a rack, he might not do one. Okay, so overall, I'd say it's a very nice looking horse. He has nice gaits. He does have long feet, and you know, they might have done some shoeing stuff to help him with the gait. It's hard to tell 100% because sometimes the shoes with the heels, it's just for road riding. But they do have his toes a little bit long. And he does a flat walk and a running walk and a canter, but that's all I see gait-wise. I don't see a very fast gait. He does have a little problem going down the hills, and then in the front end, he kind of wings out, and then in the one video I was showing you when he was putting pressure on that right leg, he was throwing his head up, but maybe they did something and he fell down and hurt his knees, and that's why he's doing that. So that could be possible. And that's basically it. The rest of it looked pretty good, except for what I've already mentioned in the video. So if you have questions, let me know. If you have really steep terrain, he might just have to build up his back end and learn how to get down the hills better and build up the areas around his stifles. I don't see anything horrible at all on it, but you just want to be aware and see maybe if they have a vet check, or if they could send you pictures of his knees and then maybe send some video of him either running loose or going around in a round pen. Maybe he trots when he's loose, and then you can see more if he's off or not.